baby, there was a guy online from Baltimore who was claiming to be her baby dad. He ended up getting murdered, right?
Yes.
He really did get. I saw that online. That was real.
Yes, that was.
And you knew? Did you know him?
So yes, I fed that boy.
How did he end up getting? Was he in the streets, in the stuff, or was that just a random thing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I can't even speak on it, but if I was to speak on it, it don't look too good for certain people that we know. So I'm not gonna speak on it. Like,
well,
I don't know.
It's just all. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm not the police, but I'll just leave it at that. Well, I'll say a little bit. He ran up on Chrisean when she was out in public.
He did, and then he had a paternity test coming up or something.
And then it was all online.
And then it was pow, pow, pow. No paternity test.
The internet is melting down right now because Jason Lee and Natalie Nunn just dropped a bomb so massive, so chaotic, so violently career-threatening. It makes the Kardashians look like they're hosting a quiet family prayer circle. This wasn't shade. This wasn't pettiness. This was a full forensic takedown, executed with the energy of two people who finally got tired of watching Chrisean rewrite reality like a malfunctioning TikTok filter. And the craziest part, the secret they exposed was never supposed to reach Blueface, not today, not tomorrow, not in any universe. According to Jason and Natalie, Chrisean wasn't just bending the truth, she was constructing an entire alternate timeline, hiding a truth so explosive, even the Zeus network would have thrown a budget at it. The moment Blueface found out, the internet felt the shockwave. Screenshots flew like confetti. Podcasts turned into interrogation rooms. And every gossip page from LA to Dubai went into emergency overtime, scrambling for answers like detectives who just discovered the final plot twist in a crime documentary. This isn't drama. This is a celebrity nuclear leak. And Jason and Natalie just checked the entire industry into chaos. The truth they exposed? Oh, it's uglier than you think. The moment Jason Lee went live, the internet felt the sky crack open. He had that look, the "I've been holding this tea for months and today I become a public service" look. And when Natalie Nunn popped up right beside him with that signature, "I'm about to ruin someone's week" smirk, everybody knew something catastrophic was coming. These two don't team up unless the universe is aligning for drama. And this time, the target wasn't a random influencer or a forgotten rapper. It was Chrisean Rock, the walking hurricane of Hollywood chaos. Jason didn't waste a second. He didn't warm up. He didn't ease in. He dove straight into the deep end like a man rehearsing his speech in the mirror for weeks. He said Chrisean had been lying on everybody's name, and Natalie nearly levitated. She started listing moments, receipts, timestamps, and details so specific the audience thought she had them written on a teleprompter powered by pure pettiness. They weren't hinting. They weren't suggesting. They were exposing passionately, loudly, aggressively. The first shocker Jason dropped was that Chrisean allegedly created a whole narrative about her relationship and drama with Blueface. A narrative Blueface apparently never knew about. According to Jason, she told people things that didn't just twist the truth, they broke it in half. She didn't bend reality. She bent it, microwaved it, stepped on it, and posted it on Instagram Live. The internet gasped in synchronized chaos because if there's one thing people love, it's someone lying boldly and getting caught publicly. Natalie backed him up like a hype woman with a PAAHDAADDDDHEHE in exposing nonsense. She said Chrisean played the public like a fiddle, crying on lives, posting vague threats, disappearing for clout, reappearing for sympathy, then throwing out stories that never happened in the real world. Jason nodded dramatically like he was scoring points in a courtroom. The chemistry between them was insane. It felt like watching two villains team up in a Marvel movie and realizing, oh, this is their final form. Then Jason dropped the second bomb. Blueface was never supposed to hear any of this. Not the lies. Not the narratives. Not the backdoor conversations. Nothing. Apparently, Chrisean had been telling stories about her life, her relationships, her drama, and her sacrifices, but she did it behind Blueface's back, fully expecting he'd never hear it. She acted like the internet was a private diary instead of a global megaphone. But someone sent the clips and screenshots to Blueface. And when Jason said that line, he wasn't supposed to know, The entire chat exploded in chaos emojis. Natalie leaned in like she was hosting a reunion episode. She started unpacking specific situations, moments when Chrisean exaggerated something small into something colossal. Moments when she played victim in ways that didn't match the real timeline. Moments she made Blueface sound like a monster while hiding her own part in the disasters. Jason kept saying, "We've been quiet long enough," which is the universal sign that mess is about to go nuclear. Then came the infamous call. Jason revealed that Blueface personally reached out after seeing the leaked clips. Shocked, confused, and demanding answers. According to Jason, Blueface said, "Why would she say that? That never happened," and that line unleashed a new level of chaos. The audience started typing essays in the comments. People were screen recording. TikTokers were warming up their editing apps. This wasn't drama, this was a content goldmine. Natalie added that Chrisean had been manipulating public sympathy by twisting stories about her relationship timeline, the baby, the breakups, the reconciliations, and even the fights. She turned random inconveniences into tragedies, mild disagreements into trauma, and personal choices into victimhood narratives. Jason's face during this explanation was priceless. He looked like he had been waiting months to confirm this publicly. One of the most shocking allegations? Chrisean allegedly lied about WHO contacted WHO. According to Jason and Natalie, she made it seem like Blueface chased her, begged her, returned to her. But Jason claims it was the exact opposite, and Blueface only engaged when dragged or cornered. The internet exploded because this contradicted months of posts, screenshots, and emotional breakdowns Chrisean had made online. Jason then revealed what really pushed him and Natalie over the edge. They said Chrisean didn't just lie, she used those lies as weapons. Weapons for attention. Weapons for sympathy. Weapons for manipulation. Weapons to rally the internet whenever she needed people to attack Blueface, Jaden, or anyone else in her orbit. Natalie compared Chrisean's tactics to chaos marketing, saying she created drama to stay relevant instead of building anything stable. Jason said she thrives in attention the way fish thrive in water. She needs it, breathes it, drinks it, and drowns in it when it backfires. They talked about her destroying relationships, burning bridges, and starting wars she never finishes. Then Jason dropped the third nuclear detail. Blueface wasn't supposed to know she had been playing both sides. According to him, Chrisean was telling one story publicly and a completely different one privately. She made Blueface sound like a villain to the world, but in private, she was allegedly begging for reconciliation, asking for chances, or reaching out behind the scenes while pretending publicly that she didn't care. When Blueface found out, Jason said he was done. Natalie then exposed how Chrisean would allegedly blame people for things she caused. She stirred drama, then accused others of the fallout. She'd destroy property, then act shocked at the repercussions. She'd disappear for days, then cry about being abandoned. Jason said Chrisean weaponizes her emotions, and Natalie nodded like she'd seen it firsthand. The internet was in disbelief. People didn't know who to believe. Was Jason telling the truth? Was Natalie being petty? Was Chrisean manipulating everyone? Was Blueface really blindsided? The live chat became a digital riot of theories, arguments, and screaming emojis. But the story wasn't finished. Jason said there was one detail he hadn't shared yet, one detail that would make everything finally make sense. One detail that explains why Chrisean's lies spiraled, why Blueface wasn't supposed to find out, and why Natalie Nunn stepped into the conversation. And when he revealed it, the entire internet froze. The instant Jason Lee hinted that there was one detail left, the entire internet transformed into a digital pressure cooker. Comments flew faster than Chrisean throws furniture. People were typing like their thumbs were possessed. WH80 is ID. Say it, Jason. Stop teasing, we got work tomorrow. Even Natalie leaned in like she already knew the audience wasn't ready for what was coming. And when Jason finally opened his mouth, you could practically hear the suspense music playing in the background of every viewer's brain. Jason revealed that there was a third-party informant, someone inside Chrisean's circle who had been quietly feeding him and Natalie receipts for months. This wasn't just gossip. This wasn't speculation. This was insider tea brewed directly from the source. And according to Jason, this person came forward because they were tired of watching Chrisean burn through allies like cheap candles. The internet gasped. People started making bingo cards guessing who the traitor was. The betrayal energy was cinematic. Natalie confirmed it. She said the informant provided voice notes, messages, timelines, everything, enough evidence to fill a courtroom and still have leftovers for a Netflix docuseries. She hinted the person was someone Chrisean never suspected, someone close enough to see everything, but tired enough to finally speak out. The internet lost its collective mind. People started naming friends, family members, stylists, ex-assistants, Uber drivers, anyone who had ever been within a 10-foot radius of Chrisean. Then Jason dropped the reveal. The informant came forward because Chrisean was lying on them too. They weren't doing this for clout. They weren't doing this for revenge. They were doing it because they were tired of being used as props in her collapsing storyline. And that detail hit the internet like a meteor. The receipts included texts that allegedly showed Chrisean secretly reaching out to Blueface behind the scenes. Not to fix the relationship, not to co-parent peacefully, but to stir new drama she could later post online. Jason said she would text something emotional, disappear for days, then resurface online pretending Blueface was begging her back. Natalie nearly fell out her chair at that part. Jason then exposed the part that Blueface wasn't supposed to find out. Chrisean had been using his name in conversations with other men, acting like she and Blueface were secretly still dealing so she could gain sympathy or attention. According to Jason, she positioned herself as the misunderstood ex, the mother fighting for peace, the victim of heartbreak, all while Blueface had no idea she was dragging his name into conversations he wasn't involved in. Blueface, according to Jason, was stunned when he saw the screenshots. Jason said Blueface told him, "I ain't talked to her like that in months. Why's she telling people this?" The internet absolutely combusted. People started screaming, "Chrisean exposed, Jason cannot be stopped, and this plot is crazier than season 3 of Baddies." Meanwhile, Natalie took things even further. She brought up incidents where Chrisean allegedly played both sides with the Blue Girls Club cast, telling one story to one girl, the opposite story to another, all while stirring fights behind the scenes. According to Natalie, Chrisean created chaos for fun, then used the aftermath as a pity party tool for Instagram lives. It wasn't drama. It was strategy. The comment section was unhinged. People were typing essays. TikTok creators started preparing their ring lights. YouTube reactors were already warming up their microphones. Even verified celebrities were lurking silently, double tapping the live like they were consuming popcorn in the shadows. Then another bomb dropped, this time from Natalie. She said that during filming of a past show, Chrisean allegedly admitted she liked when the internet fought her battles. In other words, she invited chaos. She needed chaos. She used chaos. Natalie said, she weaponizes her supporters. She plays innocent, and then she watches them attack whoever she's mad at. Jason backed her up instantly. He said Chrisean would deliberately post half-truths, vague messages, crying clips, and dramatic stories knowing her fans would immediately swarm Blueface, Jaden, or anyone else in her path. And Blueface, he never knew she was orchestrating it behind the scenes. The internet was shook. This wasn't just messy. This was manipulative. This was calculated. This was full-blown reality TV psychology, but without the editing. Jason then revealed how Blueface found out about the lies. Somebody sent him a collage of screenshots, texts, Instagram messages, and even recordings showing Chrisean painting a completely false picture of their relationship. And according to Jason, Blueface was so shocked he called both Jason and Natalie to verify if everything he saw was real. Natalie said Blueface sounded more disappointed than mad, which somehow made everything worse. People can handle anger. People can handle cussing. But disappointment? That's the emotional death penalty. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Jason said Blueface told him he was done protecting her, and that's why he didn't defend her the last few times drama hit the blogs. Jason said he finally realized she was lying to him. 2. The internet stopped breathing for 3 full seconds. Natalie added fuel to the flames by saying Chrisean had been selling heartbreak to the internet like a brand, posting emotional videos, crying on live, presenting herself as the victim, all while hiding messages showing she was the instigator half the time. The chat exploded again. People said this was the final unmasking, others said Chrisean is finished, some insisted Jason and Natalie were lying. It was complete digital warfare. Then the biggest twist of the entire expose came out. Jason said the only reason he and Natalie finally spoke publicly was because Chrisean tried to flip the narrative on them, calling them messy, fake friends, and liars, even though they had been covering for her for months. Natalie said Chrisean burned the last bridge she had, and once she turned on the only people defending her behind the scenes, the truth had to come out. The internet went silent for a moment, the kind of silence that happens right before a thunderstorm. Jason looked into the camera and said, "She created this monster. She just never thought it would turn on her." Then he added, "And there's still one more secret that explains everything she's been doing." The audience lost its mind. People begged him to reveal it. Natalie covered her mouth dramatically. Jason smirked like a villain in a plot twist, and when he finally said it, the internet was never the same. When Jason finally revealed that final secret, the entire internet felt the atmosphere shift, like the moment in a horror movie when the villain steps into the light and the audience realizes the real danger just started. Jason said the reason Chrisean built so many lies, the reason she twisted narratives, the reason she created chaos, was because she never expected to be held accountable. According to him, Chrisean believed her fanbase would always shield her, defend her, excuse her, and attack whoever she painted as the villain. Accountability wasn't even in her vocabulary. And the scariest part, Jason said she got used to people protecting her even when she was wrong. She'd cry, and they'd rush in. She'd post a tearful video, and they'd attack the person she named. She'd drop vague hints of being mistreated, and they'd explode like in paid interns on caffeine. Jason said Chrisean learned how to weaponize sympathy, and once she realized it worked, she never stopped. Natalie nodded so aggressively it looked like she was trying to keep her soul from leaving her body. The consequences hit immediately. Fans who once worshipped Chrisean began turning on her like betrayed recruits in a cult escape documentary. They started questioning old stories. They revisited her past live streams. They replayed interviews with a new lens. Suddenly, people noticed inconsistencies, contradictions, emotional manipulation, and missing context. Former supporters started posting paragraphs with captions like, "I love her, but this is too much." Her armor cracked. The illusion shattered. Blueface's reaction made everything 10 times worse. He didn't drag her. He didn't clap back. He didn't expose her. He simply distanced himself publicly, silently, permanently. Jason said Blueface made it clear he was done being used as content, and that hit the internet like a spiritual gut punch. Silence from an ex is one thing. Silence from a co-parent is another. Silence from someone tired of being lied about? That's a funeral for the relationship. Chrisean spiraled almost instantly. She went live multiple times, crying, yelling, accusing, deflecting, apologizing, then unapologizing sometimes, all within the same 12-minute rant. Viewers said she looked overwhelmed, confused, hurt, angry. Everything except honest. Every time she tried to defend herself, the comments dragged her deeper. People weren't buying it. They weren't falling for the tears. For the first time ever, the internet wasn't letting Chrisean control the narrative. The memes were brutal. One meme showed Jason Lee as a lawyer holding a folder labeled "Receipts, Season 1-7. Another depicted Natalie Nunn standing on a mountaintop with the caption "Wrath of Natalie," and then came the Blueface memes, him looking confused, him looking disappointed, him looking unbothered. The internet treated the entire expose like a cinematic universe, complete with villains, anti-heroes, plot twists, and dramatic lighting. The fallout didn't stop at public opinion. brands began quietly backing away. PR managers scrubbed old posts. Even the Zeus network took a step back, pretending they had nothing to do with this hurricane. Industry insiders whispered that Chrisean had burned too many bridges and ran out of allies. Now, the world was seeing why Jason and Natalie had stayed silent so long. They had been protecting her from total collapse. Then came the emotional collapse. Chrisean posted multiple videos where she looked lost, not physically, but emotionally. She questioned why everyone was turning on her. She said she felt betrayed. She claimed she didn't understand why Jason and Natalie chose now to expose her. But the internet wasn't moved. They pointed out that she turned on them first. Jason even said on live, "We protected her until she tried to ruin us." Blueface, still silent, indirectly made things worse. Every time he posted something unrelated, music, food, his kids, even gym selfies, people flooded the comments with, "Chrisean lying on you makes sense now," and "Jason was right." His neutrality became a weapon. His silence became a statement. He didn't need to expose her. Jason and Natalie had already done the heavy lifting. Then the conversation shifted to her future. People questioned whether she could rebuild her reputation after this. Fans wondered if she would finally get help. Critics predicted more spirals. Supporters hoped she would take responsibility. And haters, well, they rejoiced. The internet is cruel, and when someone finally gets exposed, people treat it like a holiday. But the darkest consequence wasn't fame, reputation, or public opinion. It was trust. Chrisean lost trust from the public, from friends, from collaborators, and most importantly from Blueface. Once trust is broken on a global stage, it rarely comes back. The audience isn't just entertained, they're watching for the next downfall. The entire internet is now observing Chrisean like a live experiment. Every move she makes will be dissected. Every emotion will be questioned. Every apology will be seen as manipulation unless proven otherwise. She isn't just cancelled. She's under surveillance. Jason and Natalie, meanwhile, came out looking like whistleblowers. Heroes to some, villains to others, entertainers to everyone. People praised them for telling the truth, exposing manipulation, and ending the Chrisean delusions. Their views skyrocketed. Their interviews trended. Their pages grew. They became the narrators of a downfall the internet never saw coming. The scariest part. Jason said the receipts were only a fraction of what he knows. Natalie said she held back details out of respect. And the internet collectively fainted because that was the toned-down version. If this was the preview, what on earth is the full movie? And just when the internet thought it was over, just when they thought they survived the storm, Jason said one final line. This isn't even the worst thing she did. The comment section exploded. TikTok went feral. YouTube reactors collapsed. Twitter had a stroke, and suddenly, the world realized this scandal isn't ending. It's evolving. It's mutating. It's preparing for part 2 of a saga nobody asked for but everybody will watch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Jason Lee and Natalie Nunn took the internet. Flipped it upside down, shook the pockets, emptied the secrets, and left Chrisean Rock standing in the middle of a digital crime scene she tried to pretend she didn't create. If your brain is fried, your jaw is on the floor, and your phone is overheating like it's running on Zeus network electricity, congratulations. You have officially survived another celebrity detonation courtesy of pure, unfiltered chaos. If you made it this far through the lies, the leaks, the informants, the screams, the tears, the receipts, and the nuclear-level plot twists, then you, my friend, belong to the elite Fame Ripple disaster control team. This is the squad that doesn't panic when Hollywood melts. This is the squad that grabs popcorn and documents every moment like historians of dysfunction. So listen closely. Smash that like button like it owes you emotional compensation. Hit that subscribe button like you're slamming down final evidence in a courtroom. And ring that notification bell so hard it starts trembling. Because trust me, with the way Hollywood is spiraling, you do not want to miss the next explosion we cover here. Drop a comment below and tell me exactly which part had you screaming, which reveal made you drop your phone, and who you think the mystery informant really is. Let the comment section become a battlefield, respectfully toxic, gloriously chaotic, and beautifully unhinged, because here at Fame Ripple, the drama doesn't pause. The secrets don't sleep. And the truth? It always leaks when you least expect it.